Welcome back to Wondering About Nature. This week we had it all. In addition to having extreme heat conditions, we had dense morning fog, turning our trails into something magical, a bird so stunning I literally stopped in my tracks, and an historic covered bridge hidden away along one of Lancaster County's most beautiful creeks. Let's get into it. We start at Clark Nature Preserve on a beautifully foggy morning. The mist was thick enough that spotting distant birds was nearly impossible. But that's what I love about fog. It forces you to slow down and look at what's right in front of you. And what was right in front of me? The wildflower meadows along the trail were absolutely alive. Bees were working the flowers, and a snail was making its way on a leaf. But the image that really stopped me was a spider web backlit in that soft early morning light. Sometimes nature hands you a shot you didn't even know you were looking for. The fog also helped me catch a yellow-breasted chat, a secretive bird that's far more often heard than seen. And I managed a photo of an American goldfinch against that misty backdrop. On my way home from Clark, I made a long overdue first stop at Fox Hollow Nature Preserve, another Lancaster Conservancy property. I've passed it dozens of times. It's on my bucket list to visit all of the Conservancy's properties, and I'm glad I finally stopped at this one. The Pequea Trolley Trail follows Pequea Creek, and the creek itself is a destination. Water moving over rocks, a great blue heron wading in the shallows, and a quiet that just settles over you. I came back a second time to hike the trail all the way to its end, and it was absolutely worth it. Waiting at the end was the Historic Colemanville Covered Bridge. At 170 feet, it's Lancaster's second longest single-span covered bridge still in use. Along the way, one of my favorite insects made an appearance, an ebony jewel-winged damselfly, perched on jewelweed plants along the bank. The thick forest canopy kept most birds out of view, so I pulled up my Merlin Bird ID App to show what was being heard overhead. Always a fun exercise when the trees are dense. I'll definitely be returning in the fall and winter. There's a lot more to discover. Earlier in the week, I get out to Noel Dorwart Nature Preserve before the heat took over. The highlight was a red-headed woodpecker perched right out in the open at the top of a snag. That bold red head, crisp white body, and jet black wings, it's one of our most striking birds, and seeing one this cooperative is a real treat. I also spotted a red-bellied woodpecker, and I got to watch a tufted titmouse moving in and out of a nesting cavity. And then a doe, white-tailed deer, stepped into the meadow to graze while two tiny fawns stayed tucked in the forest edge. I managed a quick photo before they disappeared. By midweek, temperatures hit 100 degrees here in the valley, so much of my wildlife viewing was shifted to the backyard and to my trail cameras. I repositioned one to face our water feature, and the footage tells the whole story. A variety of birds were making constant visits just to stay cool. Water matters enormously to wildlife during extreme heat. I also want to mention my new playlist, Backyard Trail Cam. I'll be uploading trail camera footage from my yard throughout all 4 seasons. If you enjoy watching wildlife come and go on their own terms, I think you'll find it worth following. That's a wrap on this week's Rewind, and it was a full one. Thanks for watching.